Hello, how's it going? Oh, I need to turn my volume up. There we go. It's Friday. I had to go over the hill today into the city. And I was just going to pick up my monthly medications. But there's a couple other things that were important that needed a sidebar trip. And since I was there and my life partner was there, and there's a bunch of remodeling and whatnot to do, I went ahead and took a little bit of time to do that because it's hard for me to get over the hill. So as long as I was over, might as well take care of it. So it's Friday. I'm Lucinda. Welcome to my channel. Today is going to be almost exclusively vintage costume jewelry with some contemporary pieces that are really cool. Some made in the vintage style, some just really awesome contemporary. I'm starting to do twice a week again. I don't know if I'll stay on Thursdays or not. I'm not sure about that at that time. But I will be regularly coming twice a week. And one of those days is always going to be household mixed with vintage jewelry. It's all vintage, but household and jewelry is what I'm trying to say. And Fridays is really just jewelry. And the other day is going to be a new format that I'm working on. I need to have a meeting with a couple resellers and hash out the details. Haven't had a chance to do that yet. I have a lot going on. Doesn't it look like there's a weird lipstick thing going on? Sorry about that. It's melting up here. It's hot. How are y'all? Where you are, it's hot here. And over the hill, it was almost 95. So this is the end of my 2-week Build-A-Box. So this is the last sale. I did post in a description about a discount on shipping, if anyone has read that and knows what it is, and claims it in the comments or claims it in an email by Sunday night, then you'll get it. But that means you'll have to go back and watch and find what it is and type in that description. And of course, my animals are over here getting frisky. Whenever I come into my office to do a live sale, they decide it's time to start bugging me. Now, go figure. I ship from Northern California, and that's why it's hot, although I'm near the coast, but I'm in a low valley. And I use PayPal to invoice, and I use Pirate Ship to ship. I do my best to keep boxes as small as possible, but it does depend on what you buy, how it needs to be boxed, and if it's oversized. So that's something for you as the buyer to pay attention to. And I try to point that out as well. I try to remember to point out this is oversized. And if it's heavy, I always say, this weighs, like a pound, or this weighs half a pound, or, just to give you a heads up on what you're purchasing. That doesn't mean you should not purchase your passion, not at all. But, in these times, we all want to know how much stuff costs. So, and I generally run late. That's just me. And I don't know, unless I'm with another reseller, that's not going to stop. So today, I have this Australian opal. There you go. It's purple with pinks. There's some green. It's just on its own cardstock. It was valued at $30. How long ago was this? I have literally no idea. How old is it? How new is it? I don't know that either. But today, if anyone spends $50 or more, the first person to reach that, this will go in your box. Okay? And I'm going to put it over here with my pad of paper to remember that. So if anyone spends $50 or more, the first person to do that is going to have this in their box as a little thank you from me. And I will hold it up periodically. I've got people coming in and out. See, Fridays might be a day that I get rid of and do Thursday evenings instead, and like maybe Monday, Tuesday, because there's so many people on Friday at this exact time, and a lot of jewelry resellers. So it's a tough time slot for me to be competing in. But you know what? I've been a competitor my whole life. And I'm just going to keep on competing, y'all. Okay, I've got no one in the room, so I'm just going to go, and we're going to see what happens. Today happens to be one of those days where I just have a whole bunch of stuff over here, and I'm going to hold it up. Some you've seen, some you haven't seen. I don't do recaps. I don't, so if you come in late, you need to go back to the beginning, put on the chipmunk speed, and drop in the chat any item that you're interested in that you think may not have sold. Or you can contact me, up until Monday night to purchase an item, either at my email or in the comments, although I prefer your email. If I don't know you and you win something today, I need your YouTube name, your real name with address and zip code so I can invoice you through PayPal, and your PayPal email. If you don't have a PayPal account, you can check out as a guest. Okay? Okay. So let's get the ball rolling. Let's see what happens. I got a person here, so I may show things more than once. Alrighty then. First item, starting bid, is going to be $30. And like I say, I would like to be on for 3 hours today. So I'm going to try to make that happen. This has a few condition issues, along with a little bit of dog hair. It is leather. It does have this worn off right here. There you go. You see the top? And someone put a drink on it at some point. I think if you had leather polish, you could get a lot of that off. I don't have leather polish. This is a little parched and dry. So, like Old English, whatever it is, that makes leather more supple and cleans it. I'm not sure if Old English is the right thing or not. Here's the side. Here is the back. This is Victorian. Yeah, this is Victorian. And is it leather? Yeah, I think it's a very, very thin leather. I don't think it's paper. Here is the front hinges. It is a very good size. It is a Victorian jewelry box. These are very collectible. This one is in rough shape. The clasp is actually bronze. I'm not sure. There you go. It's bronze. You have to push this in to pull up and look inside. Look at that. It is a blue satin. It was the Dumais and Company in Cincinnati. Cincinnati? Oh, what? Cincinnati. D-U-H. Now I can't spell. D-U-H-M-E and Company, Cincinnati. So this was probably to hold some item. I'm not sure what. And then this was for a necklace. Probably some very fancy pearls, amethyst, Victorian jewelry. The inside, other than right there, is in really good condition for something that's over 100 years old. These are, if you look them up, I know it's in rough shape. They're very collectible. Let me give you the dimensions and we will move on. Anyone who has vintage jewelry collections, this is an item you should definitely have. I'm not making much. I paid up for it. And if I wind up keeping it, I'll be okay with that. But I'm trying to sell things. It is 7 inches long by 5 and a little over 1/4 inches wide and 1.5 inches deep. 1.5 inches deep. Starts at $30. Blue satin Victorian jewelry box. And I think this is leather. I don't think it's paper. I could be wrong. This happened before. Okay. So this I'm going to put over here in my to be listed on eBay. Okay. Unless someone comes along and claims it. If you look up Victorian or antique jewelry boxes, you'll see what I'm talking about and you'll understand why I'm asking that amount, even with the rough condition. If it was in perfect condition, probably over $100 if it was in mint condition. Okay. You know, so many times I've been hung up on this damn little eye up here that tells me how many people are in the room. And I show things based on that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just moving along and doing my thing and not worrying about it. People can watch on the replay and purchase or not. So this is a starting bid of $24. This is something, again, that I should be keeping, but I have so much of it. It is wire, natural material earrings, light as a feather, absolutely spectacular. I love the black, white, and brown. So what is this? Let me show it to you, each one individually. I believe it's horn. It could be horn and bone. YouTube doesn't like that word. Sorry, y'all. My cat is down. Maggie. She's really starting to do that a lot. Sorry. So I will tell you, you can see the striations. It is obviously from 3 different places because it's 3 different colors. So, you know, think of a steer with its horns, right? How do I know that that's what it is and not plastic? Because it glows green. Now, lucite would as well, but it's way too light. Do you see the... Hold on. It's always hard to do. Hold on. What am I shining this at? You're seeing purple. I need new batteries in this. I just realized. But it is... You see the white, how there's green? Maggie? Oh, my Lord. Look at that. You just see that this thing is going bad. There's the green. So natural substances like this glow green. So when you are purchasing, if you have a black light or someone, you can ask them, does it glow? Boy, oh boy, and the battery's really low on this. But please trust me when I say that this is 3 very well put together, very thin, light as a feather, natural substances, light as a feather. That's how it would look on. I love these, but I just don't need to keep them. Please don't make me keep them, y'all. It is about 2.5 inches long, almost an inch wide. And they're slightly different because it's hand carved and then put together. And you can feel the line and up close so you can see my finger going through. It's because they're beautiful man-made pair of earrings with a man-made substance. You know what this reminds me of? Skateboards, guitars. Yep. Okay. Moving on. I don't see any interest in these. Again, I don't do recap. So if you change your mind, let me know. These are now going to go in my to be listed on eBay unless someone claims them by Monday. I'm going to be getting a hold of another reseller and starting to do eBay listing parties. Yep. Okay. Because I have way too much stock for it to be sitting just because I don't have enough followers on YouTube. I've got to move away from that toot suite and start listing and selling. Okay. I'm sure you understand. So this starts at 33. These are contemporary artisan. They are chandelier style earrings, wire wrapped. It is gold tone, possibly, some electroplated gold. It doesn't say anywhere that I can see anything about GF or any of the rest of it. So I'm just going to call it gold tone, but it sure looks gold. Now, that doesn't mean a whole lot. A lot of things look gold, but look at it. This is beautiful mother of pearl. Like oval diamond cut, if you will. It's not the right word, but that's all right. Mother of pearl. In the red, I said carnelian last time I showed them. That's not what I meant. This is coral. The red is coral. Here is the bottom. Let me take one off and show you. Hola, Marita. How's it going? Hi, you. I'm happy you popped in. So here is the bottom. These are so well crafted. If you like mother of pearl, the chandelier style, and then this beautiful deep red polished coral. And they are, again, so you see how long these are? These 1970s Texaco sterling silver earrings I'm wearing because no one bought them. I finally put them in my ears. These are almost as long as that. So I'm going to assume they're about 2.5 inches. And in person, these just shine, sparkle, and people notice you. I wore them once to a gathering I went to recently, and I got a lot of comments of like, ooh, wow, where'd you get those? Did you make those? Which I did not. They are a little over 2.5 inches long. Yep. Beautiful. So Starting bid 33, and I did there you go. The light, let me turn this up a little bit. I think that, yeah, that actually helped. There you go. Okay, putting those down. Thank you for looking. I appreciate it. As long as I'm doing earrings, let me do a less expensive pair. These are a buy it now for $8. Thank you. Hi, Trudy. You're hello. It was your email or your comment on my preview was very interesting. And I don't know if you mean that you lived in this county or in the exact same area that I'm living in, but that was very interesting. I hope you figured out my email. I answered your comments. And if you didn't, hey, oh, because it's buy it now. My email will come back up in a minute. But welcome, Trudy. So these are, probably from the 90s. A gray smoky quartz style silver tone earrings. They're very shiny. They're very pretty. They're very simplistic. Buy it now for $8. This is the back. They are coated with that silver overlay so that the smoky quartz maintains its color. They are in perfect condition. Let me show you how long they are, and they are buy it now $8. If you're interested in these, you would just put in smoky quartz earrings. See, look at all the shine, bling, bling. And they're not heavy, which to me is important. They're not heavy. And I would say, without measuring them, they're probably about, an inch and a quarter, maybe an inch and a half long. So they're just something you can wear with jeans. Thank you, Trudy. There's something that could go with jeans. They could go with a fancy summer dress. They could, your choice. $8, buy it now. Thank you. I had one is a caftan that I wear, and the other is a vintage 1950s. Inside is, I think, pink, and the outside is that beautiful turquoise and light green with huge palms. It does, unfortunately, have some staining, a lot of which I got out by soaking it in OxyClean, and I think almost all the rest of it could come out. If you're interested in that kimono, I will pick it up, I will show it to you, and I will sell it today for $40, but you will have to, it has the stains. I did a short, but I got rid of almost all the stains from that short. You would, it needs a little bit of work because it's really old, but you don't have to want to see it. I'm just letting you know that one with the huge puffballs, chrysanthemum puffballs, is for sale. I'm just letting you know. I'm not telling you have to buy it. And I've shown it a couple times, and it's not easy. So unless someone says, hey, you know what? I'm really interested in that, I'm not going to go pick it up. But I will if someone is. Okay. Let's show, I have a couple necklaces on my helpers. So you're welcome, Trudy. So let's go with this. So this is a starting bid. There's my email. Just in case, Trudy, there's my email if you didn't read it in the comments. This starts at $46. I've shown it a couple times. I will list it on eBay. Listing this on eBay, these sell for $200-$300. One bead. That is the true. It's DZI. DZI. It's a Tibetan word. One of these beads, if that is truly what this is, and I am pretty sure it is, sells for $100. Okay, I just want you to know that. So this is some type of Tibetan agate with this green. These beads, this is definitely Tibetan thread. I know that because I have spent a ton of time around Tibetan Buddhists and also Indian Hindu, and I recognize this. Now, I will take it off. Oh, thank you, Trudy. I will take it off. This is Marlena. This is my helper, Marlena. Everyone say hi to Marlena. I want to take it off because I want to show you. This is a very typical thing that is done in Tibet. So, this is old Tibetan cording. This is, like a 1980s to 2000s. It's very hard to date these glass beads. See the bubbles and the black line inside. They're very hard to date. It could be modern. It could be very old. They're a pain in the butt. Now these black beads, I'm pretty sure this is onyx. It could be black glass. All right. And then you've got your orange, which is a huge Tibetan color. It is what the monks and the Dalai Lama, they wear different shades of orange, and the same it with the good Lord, Hindu swamis and swamininis. In Hindu, they also wear orange robes, different colors depending on their status. So this has foil in it. It's a glass bead. Now, these, here you go. Look up DZI, banded agate from Tibet. Look at that. This is incredible. It is like butter. There is a ton of them on here. Look at that. So what happens in the tourist parts of Tibet, because it's a very poor area, look at all the colors. My God. I was only able to find one other like this with the green, and the green color is not dyed. It is from Tibet. What they do is they take much older items apart and add in a few and then put modern pieces in with the items. So you might get, say, a necklace that has a BONE fetish on it with a whole bunch of modern pieces, but that fetish is 200 years old, because that's what they do. They take the one or two pieces and then they add it into modern. So these are very old and these are unique to that area. And the other ones are more modern. I cannot tell you how old this black beads are. And like I said, with these beads, I cannot tell you for certain. So there is one, and it's a very long necklace. Very long. Two. So pretty. And it's like this mustard color with oranges and green, and then this is like brown with yellow, whoops, and green and white banded agate. It's just a type from Tibet. Look at this one. This one's almost translucent, and that is not dyed. As far as my research has shown me, it is not dyed. And then here's this one. And this, yeah, what's the length? Trudy, this is so long. It's a very good question. So let's just tell you. First off, it has 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Hold on. This thing, the cord always wants to. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the DZI banded agate beads. This is how long this is. Okay. This goes down below my nether region. Below my nether region. It is super long. So I'm going to double it and try to give you a length like that because it's crazy long. So let's just go with 28 inches doubled math. I hate 56 inches on each side. 28 inches doubled, 56, 102 inches all the way around. So, good Lord. Yeah. I mean, it's that's what it is. But look at it. I'm here to tell you, I will never find, or it's highly unlikely that I'm going to find another one of these at this price. And I was so puzzled by the fact that this green was in there. And I kept thinking, well, it has to be dyed. I mean, this can't be right. Something, but I really don't think so. And then I did the research on the DZI beads, and I was like, bingo, with modern. Oh, Trudy's in at 46. Thank you, Trudy. If anyone else is interested, you have to come in at 47 or higher, and over 50, it's $2 increments. This is, it's just, and it feels, let me give you fair warning to everyone else. Fair warning. I'm trying to account for a lag. Then I will do a last call. And I, Trudy, just so you know, I know just enough to be dangerous. And when I find new things and I don't know a lot about it, I do a lot of research as much as possible. And I am 80% confident that what I'm saying to you is exactly what this is. Okay. Last call. Oh, cool. And honestly, if for some reason you were to get it and you were to say, Lucinda, that is total crap, blah, 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 then you know what? Email me and tell me that. Now, if you just have buyer's remorse, that's different. But if you buy it and you think, that's not what that is. I got sold a bag of goods. She's full of crap. Then tell me that, because I'm not here to rip you off. Sold to Trudy for $46. Thank you, Trudy. This is gorgeous. I will forewarn you that I so appreciate you. Thank you. Because it has the Tibetan cord, the way it's made, it likes to catch on the beads and tangle itself when it goes in a bag. So I'm going to warn you, I'm going to put it in a bag, and I will try to then put it in the jewelry boxes that I keep for shipping things. But it's so big that I don't think I can put it in one. So it might be a little caught on each other. So just, gently unwind. Trudy, I am going to be invoicing starting Sunday through Tuesday if I have a whole lot of sales, and I will be shipping out by next Friday. I do 2-week build-a-boxes, and this is the end of that 2 weeks. So I'm a little slow in that regards. It saves me time and money to do it all at once, wait for the money to be in all at once, and go to the post office. So I don't bill out like after every sale, or, I'm a little chill. But so, and did you email me your information? Trudy, do I already have your information? Because you said you wrote me, so I'm assuming I do. So just let me know that I have I love this piece. I'm happy that you love it. My parents practiced Tibetan Buddhism my whole life, and I grew up with the Buddha, and then I practiced, I guess you could say, a form of Hinduism for 25 years. So I was super, super excited to find it. So I am setting up my next go around, which is something totally different. Okay, fantastic, Trudy. Thank you so much. I am setting up my next go around. I'm doing some necklaces right now. As long as we're on necklaces. Hold on. Sorry, like I said, I had to go over the hill, so I didn't. Oh! Where all the bears are all the time. I have them here. I'm in Anderson Valley. I have them here. We had 2 cubs. Oh my God, they were causing so much problems. Their mom taught them how to, they were, I think, twins. Their mom taught them how to break into garages and people's deep freezers. And then she left them when they were 2. And oh my God. So, but they haven't been around. I feel like someone did something. But I regularly, thank you again, Trudy, have scat from bears. Now, this summer, I have not had as much as usual, which, that's fine, except that I missed the bears, and I really hope they weren't hurt. Oh. Up on the coast or down here? I'm outside of Philo. So this is a choice starting at $11 for 3 different vintage necklaces. So it's a choice for one of them, but I put them all on together. Yeah, I'm down. I'm assuming if you were in Brook Trails up there that you know the valley. Most people do, but then I go up to Fort up there all the time, and I will say to someone when I'm checking out, oh yeah, I'm down in, the Anderson Valley. And they're like, what? Where's that? And I'm thinking, how could you not know where that is? It's just 40 minutes down the coast. Like, what? But there's people, they literally don't know. Okay, so let's show you these. So these are all from the 50s. This one is really, I love these. They're plastic. Vintage. This one is the white gold tone spacers with the red plastic. It's right after lucite. It's a very early costume jewelry plastic. Oh yeah, Gowans. And this is the clasp. I love this hidden clasp. I think this style was only from one maker and only around for maybe a year, like late 50s, early 60s. And that was it. And I love it. Here it is on. It is not a choker. It is 14 inches. So it's not tight on my neck. This one is 14 inches. So that's your first choice. Yeah, Gowans apple juice. I'm about to go buy at least one, possibly two flats of their peaches before they're done for the season, so I can cut them up and freeze them and put them in seal mill bags. And I need to find one of my local friends with an organic garden, of which there's many up here. I have a very good neighbor down the road. Do you know Blue Meadow Farms, Trudy? Anyway, to buy a huge amount of squash to do the same thing too. I love this black and white plastic. I love the way these beads stack, the wavery ones like that. And then you have the big round, and then you have the faceted cut white with the gold spacers. Then the smaller ones up to here. This one is going to be a little bit longer. It's going to be about 16. It's going to come down to right about here. And then your last choice is my favorite. This one is longer, same type of clasp, yellow daisies and white. I swear this one and the red one with this style of clasp is like West Germany, but I feel like the time period's pushing it, so I don't know. I love this. I love this design, and this is molded, so you don't feel the lines. It's absolutely stunning colors. Now, but I love my plastics, so either love your plastics or you don't. And this one is the longest one of all. This one is, so that was 14, 16. This one is just about maybe 17 inches long. And talk about brightening up a winter's day, right? On a winter's day. Really dating myself there. So there you go. Those are the three choices of vintage plastic, starting at $11. And I like the fact that this one would just dress up a t-shirt going out to like the rodeo that's coming up, for instance. Yep. Simple. And even though it's plastic, it would go with these sterling silver Texaco earrings. Easy peasy done. Okay. Putting these down. And these, I'm putting them in a questionable, am I going to keep bringing them or are they going to go on eBay? Not sure. Okay. How funny, Trudy. How long did you live here? Did you grow up here? Do you just visit your sister? I'm just curious. And you don't have to tell me. It's none of my beeswax. If you don't want to tell me. So you recognized with the sheepdog trials, all those signs. I really wanted to share that with everyone, but I knew that when I did, if they read those signs, it would become very obvious to anyone who was paying attention what area I lived in. I mean, I talk about it anyway, but it's just like, well, this will make it really clear where I live. Oh, know a lot of people who did, Trudy. Yep. Okay, so this is a starting bid of 27. I love Mount Shasta, which is not on the coast, but nonetheless, it's up there. This is a starting bid of 27. Oh, fantastic. Well, no wonder. So she has working dogs. You know, this whole valley used to be nothing but apples, sheepdogs, and logging. And now there's so much vineyards. I can't stand it. I rue the day that they invaded this valley. So it is an open band. It is a beautiful older piece of turquoise. I do not know the mine, but with that black band going through it and that sky blue color. And this is cut. The notches are cut in. It is sterling silver. I will tell you the size in a minute. I'm just looking for the 925 mark, which why can I not find it? I bought it from a reputable person. There it is. It is it's actually this is a vintage. I didn't realize that. Wow. This is made, the maker is TOWLE. TOWLE sterling. You're not going to be able to read that. I mean, I could mess around for a long time trying to show you. It's in here. So, and the size is, no, I wish it would fit for a thumb ring, right? You know, it's small, unfortunately. So here's that thing we get into. If you measure it like this, because it's an open band and it curves in the back, you're getting all the wrong size. So don't do that. Ask the person to please turn it back around and measure it like this. It is a 7.5. It is a 7.5 open band. So where I love everything about it though. Matches my shirt. Where I wear, because my fingers are larger, ever since I had a child, I used to be brick house size. That was a long time ago, y'all. Where I wear rings that are this size is like how I'm wearing this spoon ring. I wear them like that. Because this is an 8. Right, Trudy? I know. Wouldn't it be fantastic if it was a thumb ring? Make a good toe ring if you had big toes. So yeah, I wear it like that. Boom. Okay. Starting bid of 27. Thank you for looking. Let's do another ring as long as we're on rings. Trudy, wait a minute. So Trudy, just to be clear, did you claim any items from yesterday's sale? So such that if I show this ring, I don't know, I don't know if you claimed or anything. So I don't want to, if you did, and okay, thank you. I just didn't want to double sell something. So this, I'm going to start this at 8. Nope, 16. 16. This is totally contemporary. I showed it yesterday. I'm showing it again. It is made in China. It is sterling silver. It is, you can find them on the internet. They're, but I want to bring it anyway. I bought it to sell. This is mother of pearl. This is smoky quartz, and this is onyx. Again, it is a small ring. 3 bands. It's marked China. It's also 925. I did test it. I like it. There's the mother of pearl. The bottom is the onyx, and the top is the smoky quartz. It's got a lot of dynamicness going on. Even though it's just, a more inexpensive contemporary ring from China, I think it's kind of sexy. And it's got a lot of height. So think how cool this would look without worrying about losing something that is super high in value. I like it. I like it. It is, someone will like it one day. Thank you, Trudy. It is, so this again is one of these 3, it's 3 bands. And so you put it right here and it's like, well, what size is it? So I turn it around and the bottom falls at 7. There's the 6. So I'm calling this, the bottom goes down to a 7, but I'm going with the middle to be safe. And I'm calling it a little over a 6.5. A little over a 6.5. So you need to have smaller fingers. But I think it's sexy. I think it's fun. And it deserves its place. So a teenager would love it. And you wouldn't need to worry about them losing it. Thank you. This necklace with these 2, this is black glass. And it's just a tassel. I do not know if this is sterling silver or not. It's really cool though, and it's just lariat style. This is for sale. I'm just wearing it because I brought it 3 times and no one, and then this is wire wrapped. No one was interested. So today I was like, I'm going to wear that. But it is for sale. Believe it or not, I have so much jewelry. I have so much jewelry. I am totally addicted to jewelry. So, you know what? Let's move away from, oh no, let's do one more necklace before we move away from necklaces. This is, if you like your vintage, the starting bid, and this is one of those pieces that if I can't get the money here that I need to get, I will happily take it to eBay. Nice, Trudy. You really? That is fantastic. Do you have a channel or do you just list? So here is the clasp. Hold on. It is very much artisan made. I wish that would stand still. Here is the hook. I can't remember if this is one of those ones that's signed. I believe it is. Hold on, y'all. I have to do a loop before I put it on, eBay. eBay's reliable. I just hate the fees, but I'm going back to eBay because I have to. Okay, I had that backwards. That's not enough of a mark to care about. I thought this had a Native American like initials, but maybe it does not. Nope, I can't find it. Okay, and the clasp is it's not silver, it looks pewter, and is this little marking over on the hook, but it doesn't appear to be letters. Okay, so what is it that I'm talking about that I'm starting at $65? Why am I going on and on about this? It is, I mean, it's Native American. I just don't know the maker. And I'm saying that with 90% assurity. It's been around for quite a while. Look at that turquoise. Look at how smooth and worn, and it graduates in size from this, and it's several different. There's greens and blues, and turquoise starts to turn a darker green the more that it's worn, the more that it's rubbed, the more that it's exposed to airs and oils in the skin. That is something I learned recently. So that is a way to date this as well. Look at all those pieces. And then you see the Heshi beads, and I'm not sure what that is. The white. Could it also potentially be Bone? I'm not sure. And see the teeny tiny Heshi beads down there. These are too big to be called Heshi, but and then as I believe. And then here is more of the Heshi with coral. Heshi and Heshi. I will take it off Marlena and show it to you up close because I'm asking a lot for it. But it is worth it. Yeah, it is my color today, that's for sure. And yeah, in general, blues look pretty good on me. So look at that. I want to give you a close-up view. This, I mean, it's older than the 70s, but I don't know exactly how to date it, but definitely older than the 70s. At the very least, the turquoise is, and the Heshi beads and the coral beads are, but was it reconfigured at a later time on a new metal wire as opposed to cordage? Yes, it was. This is on metal. So I think it broke and someone restrung it. How long is it? Well, let's put it around my neck. It's a really firm clasp. Perhaps it broke on cordage because the clasp sucked. And so someone did an artisan, like really good clasp because of that. Here you go. So this is about 18 inches. And you see the coral, so you would wear your hair up so you can see these beads in the coral. Do your research and get back to me, you all, because this is going to go on eBay. I will probably bring it 1 or 2 more times before that happens. But these beads are very hot and go for a lot. The Heshi, their shell. And then this older, worn, smooth turquoise with, I don't know what. The whole thing is, I would say this is probably was made. These Heshi beads can be as old as 100, made out of the shells by natives. And then the turquoise, yeah, at least 1970s, if not moving back to like the 50s and older. And it's just all different types of turquoise. So there you go. It's going down. And I'm going to put it up here in my questionable. Do I bring it back or do I not? And I appreciate everyone that's here. I appreciate anyone that's talking with me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You could be anywhere and you're choosing to be here. Thank you. Okay. And remember, if anyone buys, the first person to buy $50 or more in jewelry tonight gets this Australian opal in their package for free. And like I have no idea how old this $30 valuation is. None. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Where did I put that? I have to put it back in its bag, and let's move on to some other items. I have a bunch of stuff. Let's try to not only show necklaces, shall we? Let's show some costume jewelry earrings, because that's my biggest love. These are really cool, and I'm dropping them from the price that I brought them at, I don't know, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. $20 start. These are glorious, glorious clip-on, and they go like this. They are climbers. They climb up your ear, and this is the right side. This would be the right, and this would be the left, because they climb up your ear. They're this beautiful blue, and these ones with a dark blue rhinestone here in the middle, these ones change to purple. If I remember correctly, these are the ones that are neodymium and change to a purple color in the light. These are the ones. Yes, they are. Okay, so if I turn my ring light away from here, see how they're blue, but then I don't know if I can get them to shift. If you shift, they were showing up the other day. They changed to like a light purple. Oh, you can kind of see the purple. You see how it's shifting just a little? There you go. There's more purple. So they change from blue to a purple color, and they are ear climbers. These are backwards. Here's the back. There is no maker. That is backwards. It should be this one on this ear climbing up. Starting at 20. I was starting these at 28 last week because they have the color change. And they're mighty fine glass, 1950s. They are, then I will move on. They are an 1.5 inches tall. 1.5 inches tall. Okay. Yeah. These may be another item. Unsure. I'll probably bring them 1 or 2 more times. Then they are going. Sorry, I put everything in bags. Then they are going to eBay. So they go over here as a what do I do with them now type of question. What is this? Oh, this is just fun. Let's go with this. This is a buy it now of $16. It is just a bird pin. but it is a fun bird pin. It is, here's the back. It is, it's just got patent and then numbers on the back. You can see how far the pin sticks out. 1950s. Possibly early 60s. And it is a pheasant. It is a pheasant. And it is, so this is enameled. The head is enameled. And then this is like raised, and it feels like flocked, which is a really weird thing to say about a brooch. It's a really weird thing to say that the paint in the body too is enameled, but the wings and the tail is painted in like flocked, like a flocked Santa or something. It's very hard to describe. I think you can kind of see it here. I've never ever seen a brooch like this, and I have a bazillion brooches. I've been doing this for so long. Here it is. It's a buy it now for $16. I think it's adorable. No idea who made it. It is 3 inches long, and the flocking, I've never seen this. I probably won't again. And one and a quarter inches wide. And it is a pheasant. And it's got a lot of motion. 1950s, early 60s. Patent pending means it wasn't made in Japan. So I wonder who the heck made it. And that little spot is a tiny place where the flocking is gone and the gold shows through. It's really showing on my computer close up. But when it's on you over here, you really don't see it. It just looks like part of the bird. The bird is gone. Okay, bird is going down. Thank you for looking. Let's go back to what? I have so many things. I have a lot of necklaces. I have a lot of everything. Starting bid. How's everyone doing that's hanging out there with me, huh? How's it going? Is it going okay? Starting bid of 22. I love these. They do not, let me open them. Remember, my first and biggest love is vintage jewelry. So I tend to have more of that than contemporary right now. But I'm starting to roll into higher end contemporary. But it's something I know less about. So I've been doing vintage costume jewelry for a long time. So there's the back. I would say there's a lot of wear on the back, even though the pedaling is really good. There is no maker. So based on that and the color of the rhinestones, which I'm about to show you in the front, I believe these are probably from the 30s because they're just so worn. I don't think it's because it's, bad metal, any of that. I think these are from the 30s. I think they're much older. Let me show you one. Here is this orange. Look at the colors. Okay, I keep knocking my computer around. Hold on. It is like a smoky orange with these are light yellow rhinestones on the top, and the bottom is clear. And you see how the top is like an oval diamond, and then the bottom is just the round cabochon, and then there's the prong setting. These could have gone with a designer set, a higher end designer. Because of this particular orange color, this shape, they're more demure 30s after the flappers. They could be even the 20s. They have a lot of pizzazz going on. A lot of pizzazz. But no maker. And so I have my feeling about who the maker of these. See, again, there's the yellow and clear. I have my feelings about who the maker could have been for these. But I'm not going to say anything. And they're about an inch. About an inch tall. Okay. Moving on. Thank you for looking. I have no people. I don't know what's up with that thing. People come, people go. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to show this. I'm going to show a few necklaces. I have broken. I just threw so much stuff over here in this basket. It's ridiculous. So this is so long. Trying to put it on Marlena or Dolly is going to be hilarious, but I can try. Okay. Starting bid of 28. I'm going to double this, and then I'll show you it correctly in a minute, because this is not how it shows. Oh, I didn't highlight it. There you go. This is natural substance. I believe it is, again, BONE. It very much reminds me of like Irish. This is, of course, not how you wear it. This is just like a pounded silver tone. I do not believe it's sterling silver. This is cut hollow. Here is that. I'm going to take it off in a minute. Here's one of this beautiful long beads in this. It's on a toggle clasp. Let me take it off of Marlena and try to be more clear about what I'm showing you. It's just very long. So there's the toggle clasp. So this is more modern. What, like the 90s? Maybe 2000s. But this is, and I'll show you how I know. Here's the two small ones at the top. They're hollow. They're carved. Then it comes down to these two. You see what I mean about like Italian, European? I don't know. Here's a bigger round hollow carved, and then they just have the silver filigree. Then look at these. carved and the leaves on the edges. Look at that. And then on the bottom is this solid carved piece. I don't know if it, I think it's probably hollow, but it's not an open cut. Now, hopefully my black light, it didn't want to show very well on that. Yep, there's the green. It didn't, what is up with my computer and it's moving all the time. Hopefully that'll stop it. Okay. So, here it is by itself. I really got to see the green right there. See the green? Not purple, but green. This needs new batteries. That is because it's B-O-N-E or H-O-R-N. So while this is a newer vintage piece, if you will, it is a beautiful carved natural substance. I just love these beads. I really have to get batteries in here. I mean, you can just barely see the green because the battery's fading. Okay. Yep. This is going over here, so I remember to deal with that. So, it is long. It goes right in the middle here, a little below, the top, right in the middle. So I could measure this, but I'm going to say that it's probably about 28 inches in total length, maybe 30. And these are gorgeous. These beads are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Even taking this apart and reusing these beads on something else, you couldn't purchase these beads for $28. But I would leave it just like this. And because it's hollow and it's a natural substance, it's not heavy. So that's a starting bid of 28. And I don't do recaps. I don't bring things back. So if you're interested, bid. Bid now. It is a great piece. Okay. It is going down. Where is its bag? Oh, here it is. Thank you for looking. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you very, very much. Okay, and this, I've shown this like 5 or 6 times. So unless someone claims this by Monday night, this is going to go in eBay. So it's going in my eBay box. I have to move inventory. Okay. If you so sorry. Wow. If you came in late, you can always go back to the beginning and put it on ×2 speed. And any item you see that I've brought so far that you're interested in, drop it in the chat and I will bring it back up happily, because I don't do replays. Okay, let's see what's in here. What is in here? I have some new stuff. Oh, and then I want to do some more of those necklaces. Oh my God. These. Oh my God. Look at these. These are incredible. Native American earrings. These are relatively new to me. I've shown them once. Let's take them out of here, shall we? These are in, and I have a certificate of authenticity. They are Native American. It is a starting bid of $55. This article of jewelry is guaranteed to have been created and produced by American Indian silversmiths. The design and craftsmanship have been passed down from generation to generation. Native American crafts represent the only true, authentic American art form. With your purchase, you support the continuance of this ancient tradition. Please wear it with the pride that went into its creation. And then it tells you on the back how to care for it. Handle it delicately. It should be stored in a plastic bag, dry and wrapped in tissue paper when not being worn. How to clean it. Don't use chemicals, etc., etc. Here are the earrings, and then I will take them off. They are signed. It's hard to show like this, so I'm sorry. So this is what, like a pink jasper or agate? I'm not sure. Sterling silver and coral. Red coral. These are stunning. Let me take one. Oh, I almost dropped the. So funny when I see these teeny tiny old postbacks. I absolutely know that it's vintage. See these tiny little things? They don't make them. They put those weird plastic things on now. So look at the back. It is signed by, there is like a little bear, like Alaskan or Aleutian, kind of a fetish. And then it is signed RB with a copyright in sterling. There you go. See what I mean about the bear? That's what it reminds me of. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not Middle America, which would be us, the United States. So, and then, let me put this on. There's the back. And so they actually, I believe it's supposed to be like a claw. Look at that. My God, they're beautiful. And the red coral actually has some white in it. It's very old, gorgeous coral. You can even see the work of the silversmith with the crimping around the coral is individual and unique so that it was able to handle each piece individually. It sits up really high. This is what it would look like on. They are gorgeous. I would say with the certificate of authenticity, the signature, the teeny tiny post back, these are heavy. This is heavy. '60s or '70s. Absolutely incredible. Somewhere I have a piece, dead pond stock. Where the heck did that go? I have to find that. That'll probably just go onto eBay. Maybe it's in my eBay box. This is 1 1/4 inches long by, at the bottom, 1 inch wide. So the top is a little less, but the bottom is 1 inch. I'm surprised no one's bidding at $55. I'm going to put these on eBay for $150 all day long. If these were on several people's channel I could name that I watch regularly, I would be having a bidding war. Okay. Last time, 55. If you change your mind, speak up, because these are going on eBay. I brought them twice. It doesn't seem as though my audience is interested in these, and that's okay. You don't have to be. But I know. Yeah, those post packs are so 60s, 70s. Teeny tiny. One last look. God, I love that pink. I don't know if that's a banded pink quartz or a jasper. I know it's coral at the bottom. And it's a lot of silver. God, that's beautiful. Okay. Moving on. No one likes my earrings. I love them. They're incredible. Incredible. Okay, they're going in my eBay box unless someone claims them by Monday night. Okay, this bag can go over here for now. Is there anything that someone is here that they are, I'm really interested in this. I'm really interested in that. I'm going to show a couple more vintage costume jewelry pieces, and then I'm going to show a couple more necklaces, one of which is, they're both vintage, but they're a different wheelhouse altogether. Starting bid of 26. This is check glass. I know that it is because I know that it is. I believe, wait a minute. Yeah, with a patent pending. Patent pending. They're clip-on earrings. Here is the puddling. See how fine condition that is in? Really nice. Obviously, there's two of them. It's just so hard to hold two of these up at the same time. This is like the watermelon glass, but it is a darker green and darker pinks. Early 1950s. Absolutely gorgeous glass. Look at these are incredible. Isn't that beautiful? If you don't think that's beautiful, I don't know what to say to you, because it is stunning. And usually, like watermelon glass, like when you get into Sarah Coventry or others, there is a lot more pink. This is unusual. It's a lot more smoky and dense, which is why I'm calling check glass on these. Now, there is a lot of check glass out there, and there was. The Japanese went into Czechoslovakia and took out trainloads of Czechoslovakian glass before Germany and Russia invaded in World War II. And so they sold it, and you can find a lot of Czech glass in items from Japan and other makers because they saved it from being blown to smithereens. So you're not only going to find Czech glass with items made in Czechoslovakia. I didn't know that. That was something I learned about, 4 or 5 months ago, maybe 6 months. 6 months. So These are that big, about 1.5 inches. Beautiful. I mean, and you could wear these as shirt clips. Just clip them on. You know what? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? And if not, let me show you what I'm talking about. You just clip them on your shirt. Boom. You could put one on. You could put two on. It's not going anywhere. It's really solid. And then you don't need a necklace. You just have right here, 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 however you want to do it, like a brooch, a shirt clip. Yep. And it's not going anywhere. Yep. Okay. Moving on. You want to see a lapis lazuli necklace. These, I've shown these several times. So I can't go lower than 26. Nope. So they too are now going on eBay. I don't do recaps. So anyone who's just coming in, you might want to go to the beginning and do a fast and see what's happening over here. Let's show this lapis lazuli necklace. Like I say, I'm getting more into the semi-precious stones, etc. Along with still my highly coveted and desirable plastics and Czechoslovakian glass clip-on earrings, because I love them. Okay, this is again on Marlena. I'm Dolly, my original helper, has not gotten much play tonight. I appreciate everyone that's here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, y'all. This is this gorgeous double layer, super beautiful chunks of lapis lazuli, polished, all different colors. This is a mother of pearl, which the ring light is now blowing out. But I wanted you to see the blue color. So I'll show you that in a minute. These are hollow, but they're also very heavy. And I did not test these, but they polish. So it might be sterling silver. Okay, I have not tested it, but they're heavy, they're hollow, but they polish. So at the very least, they're silver plated. It's not pewter, and it's not just silver tone. Here is the bottom. Oh, I didn't even put the starting price in. Oh my Lord. You guys. Sorry. Thank you, Trudy. Oh my God. Poodles. I'll have to think about that. So this starts at 75, and it does. It really does. I could not find, of course, this exact artisan piece online, but in looking up lapis lazuli chips like this and how much they go for in a single strand, then with the mother of pearl, which again I'm going to show you quickly a close-up, and these at least silver plated beads goes for double what I'm asking. Okay, poodle. You can't type tonight? You're typing? You're asking me if I have poodle things. I hear you loud and clear. And the other reason I know this is vintage and it's quality and been around for a while is because it's on cord. See that? It's not on metal, it's on cord. That is thick cord. Modern things all tend to be on metal. See all the individual colors and chips and pieces. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, I wanted to show you these because I think they warrant being talked about. It's brilliant. There is lines. See that? Can you kind of see that in the opalescent? It's harder to show, but see that? So these have a lot going on as well. They're not just a placeholder. And then here is this. I mean, I cannot tell you 100% it's sterling silver, but even if it's not, and I believe it is, if not plated, like I said, the lapis alone is worth double what I'm asking. I love mother of pearl too. And then it's just on this shepherd hook type thing, artisan made. I would say this is from the 70s, maybe 80s. And here it is on. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know how I wound up. It does look sterling. Thank you, Trudy. It really does. I don't know how I wound up picking so many blue items tonight. That was not intentional at all. I just threw stuff over in my basket after coming back over the hill, and here we are. So it is about 26 inches long, the bottom, 24 the top. It's gorgeous. Look it up. Look up lapis lazuli and how much it sells for. It's a lot, I promise you. One thing, I rarely charge 2/3 of the price of what something goes for. Sometimes if I had to really pay up because I think that you, my friends, might really be interested in it. But I try to get a reasonable price and then bring it to you at a reasonable price. Yeah. Okay. So this is going down, and I've shown this twice. I'm going to show it one more time in a couple weeks, and then it too will be going on eBay, and that's okay. Yeah, and there's that Hishi piece. Okay. Podals. So when you have, they are, and these ones, thank you, Trudy. These ones are really good. I often wonder how you all are seeing what I'm bringing when I'm bringing it. Like, is it really clear? Are the colors clear? Is it washed out? And there's no way for me to know unless I was staring at my secondary device, my phone, and when I watch the replay. So I just cross my fingers and pray that I'm doing a good enough job. Sorry. Time for a big sip of dirty chai. Got over at that in Ukiah. Trudy. So in terms of podals, Trudy, I don't think I have like any podal brooches at the moment. I have a whole bunch of the Japan cold painted black with white fluff podals, right? It's kind of my collection. I have 2 big, 2 medium, and 2 small. They're not chained together. But I don't think, not sure if I'm ready to part with them. And I don't think I have podal specific like brooches or whatnot. But if I come across one in all this piles of stuff you can't even see, I will remember that you asked me, and I will email you. Yeah. Heck yeah. Thank you, Trudy. Oh, a poodle purse. That is fantastic. What a great thing to be looking for. Wow. I love that. Do you have a poodle skirt to wear it with? I love that. And like crinoline. This is a brooch, and it is starting at, I love vintage. I've loved vintage since I was a teenager. I grew up in Berkeley in the 70s. I mean, what are you going to do? Grew up thrifting, wearing all the mom's jewelry, So here is the front. This is an outstanding blue stacked with gold tone AB rhinestones. I am blown away that it does not have a maker. It still is not a full safety clasp. It just goes through right there. So this is in the mid 60s. I love the puddling on the back, which is, this is the puddling, how they set the stone, right? Sometimes you can see it's done really well like this. Other times you look at it and it's like, what is that crap? Then it's wrapped. And it is a inverted square. I had a poodle. My first dog was a poodle. And then it stands up tall. It's gorgeous. See, look at, how did I bring all this blue and red tonight? I don't know. It is this big. I think it's 1.5 inches in diameter. This is a good one, y'all. I'm starting this at 22. I often start a brooch of this quality at 30 to 40. Look at the prong setting. Fact of the matter is, I'm okay if this doesn't sell tonight, because I will put this on eBay at about 35, probably 38. Okay. It's nice, Trudy. Thank you. What type of poodle do you have, Trudy? I'm going to put this in my eBay box unless someone claims it by Monday. What type of poodle do you have? I had a toy. I had a toy poodle. And he wound up being diabetic. And the last, I think, 4 or 5 years of his life, he needed a shot twice a day. And within 6 months, he was blind. But he, you just put him on a leash and he walked around and got around everywhere just fine. But yeah, he went blind. Here's the thing, Trudy. I did eBay. I started in 2001 when they first started. It was like 2001. And then I stopped when I went back to school. Then I started up again. Then I was a caretaker for 4 years for both of my parents. My dad is the last one to pass. He passed in the beginning of March. And so my eBay store has just been sitting kind of closed. And I'm going to be putting all new listings and taking down all the old stuff that I don't sell anymore. And I'm going to do promoted, yes. I'm going to do promoted. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, a wolf dog. I had a friend who had a metal band that was really popular, and another friend who was the bodyguard for this band, and he had a wolf, not a dog, in a little tiny shotgun house in the middle of the city of Richmond named Bytor. And this dog, if you left it alone and he wasn't with his human, he would jump through the window and smash the glass out to go roam the neighborhood looking for his owner. I'm not kidding. So by the time that guy left that house that he rented, every single window was broken and boarded over. And he was a tad aggressive. He never actually bit me, but I'll tell you that he scared the crap out of me many a time. I was not comfortable around that dog. No, I was not. What was in this box that's empty? This is just a box. It should not be in here. It needs to go over there. Yeah, this was extreme. I mean, it was a pure wolf. It was not a wolf hybrid. And he should not have had it. It should not have been in a house in the city. He didn't spend enough time training it. It was all wrong. And thank you for rescuing wolf dogs. Thank you for doing that, because a lot of people buy them and they think, oh, that's really cool, blah, 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 whatever. And then they don't take care of them. They don't train them. They don't, all the things that need to happen. And then, they wind up getting abandoned, and people like you, bless your heart, go rescue them. Yep. Yeah, the neighbors were terrified. The neighbors were terrified of this dog. I mean, it's a wolf. It's a huge dog. I'm only 5'3", and that thing came up to, up here on me, its head. I mean, it was a wolf. And yes. I got coyotes and bears and mountain lions that roam around outside on my property all the time. I don't need a pet wolf. Oh, I highlighted that. Sorry. Yeah, they're big. I mean, they're a wolf. So these are fantastical. These are lucite encrusted pink rhinestone earrings, y'all. I have no bloody idea if these were made by an individual, like during the war, when people were making stuff out of Bakelite, if this was someone's small business, or if this really was in stores in like the 60s, 70s. I've never seen this. I've never seen these before. And believe me, if I had seen these before, back when I went to, all the rock concerts, Day on the Green, all that, and the discos, dancing all the time, I would remember, because I would be wearing these all that time, and I have no recollection of these. None. Good night, Trudy. Caterpillars. What the heck are you talking about? Have a really nice rest. And I'm always on Friday at this time. I run late. I always pop on late, even though I say I start at 4. Sorry, that's just me. And then I'm playing around with what other day. So this week I was on Thursday. I think I'm going to do Thursday again next week. So just try to get notifications. And it was really nice meeting you. And thank you for your purchase. Have a wonderful rest. And give your poodles a hug for me. So caterpillars, Kathy wasn't. So these, see that pink? They are dark fuchsia pink. They are not light pink. I have like a dog hair or something itching my nose. They are a dark fuchsia pink. Isn't that just, and see how you see the lines inside? They're not foiled. They're like incredible, right? And they're heavy. I mean, these are not, like I would have rocked these as a teenager, but I didn't wear them. I didn't wear them now. Thank you, Trudy. I'll tell you the dimensions and then we'll move on. And these are about to go on eBay too. I've shown them several times. And nobody out there is as bold as I was when I was a teenager. So they are 1.5 inches. The hoop part, 1.5 inches. They're massive. They're just fascinating. But they are pink. Is that a problem? Caterpillars. First off, why do these? Oh, because they're turned like a caterpillar. Okay, I got that part. But is pink like bad? Kathy, I don't get it. Do you hate pink? Did I say that? Did I say that really weird? Do you hate? I said that came out funny. Anyway, Kathy, okay. I was pretty much picking that up from your emoji. Like, first you're like, but they're pink. And then your emoji is like, you look horrified. Either you're horrified or you're going to vomit. I don't know. One or the other. I don't know. So these are really unusual, totally freaking fascinating. Like I say, I cannot wear earrings this heavy anymore, or I'd be rocking them all day. They're going on eBay. Yep. Tired of bringing stuff that doesn't sell. I know it would sell on eBay. Okay. Who do I got in here? What is going on? Who's on first? Who's on second? I don't know. How about a couple inexpensive items? Kathy Wiseman. How's it going tonight? You? How are you? That's what I want to know. So this, if I remember correctly, has like some data on it before I put in a starting bid. Maybe I don't remember correctly. No, it doesn't. Okay. I don't remember correctly. This is a 1970s. Buy it now. $9. Time is it? 6:30. Okay. This is a buy it now. $9. It is a wagon. Wow. It is a little wagon. Gold tone. This is a small, thin layer of crushed turquoise. So I'm thinking 1970s. And it is, and the other reason 1970s is because these stick pin that went into your jean jackets, both men and women, wore them all the time. Everything was covered on our pockets on our jeans, down near the buttons, up top. We just covered our stuff with this style of pin that poked through thick material like jean jackets. So I believe bicentennial piece. Hey, Kathy, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Kathy, that makes a ton of sense. Dang, you're smart. 1976. Crushed turquoise gold tone wagon. No maker. Buy it now, $9. Ah, you got your nap. Well, I'm going to be having my dinner and my movie soon. It's Friday night. Having a casual, my life partner is here, having a casual find it yourself in the refrigerator kind of evening. How's your son, Kathy? Is there any maker? There's not even any maker on the pen back. It's a really great piece, and it's like 1.5 inches long. Your son is fun? Oh, he's hanging in there. Well, he might be fun too. Seriously, everything is like blue and red with the exception of 1 or 2 items tonight. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Okie dokie. This can go over here. How many people? I got 1 person. I got Kathy in here. I don't know. I've been really fortunate to have a lot of people come in tonight. I don't know why. I finally got to 385 subscribers. I've been at that 380 to 382, back to 379 to 380. Every time I would get near to 385, YouTube would just take it away. Today I noticed I'm at 385 subscribers. If YouTube will let me keep that, and I can keep building on that because I'm going to be on more often, maybe I'll get to 500, because I think I had so many viewers tonight because YouTube at 385 finally pushed me out into the world of YouTube land. I hope, anyway. I mean, I have all the watch hours, all the shorts, all the likes, all the comments, everything, but enough subscribers. It's crazy. You're back up to 75. So do they keep taking it away from you? Like with me, I swear to God, every time I get above that 381, they take it away. It's nuts. Like, what for? You don't want to monetize me? Because then you, YouTube, are making money off of the ad. So you would think they'd want to let us keep the subs, right? Right. Yep, Kathy. Nuts. Okay. I think I'm going to show 2 more items. Kathy, even though you're just making you and your son dinner and then you'll be good and all that, but I've been on for 2 hours and I've had a lot of great interaction, but I've only made 1 sale. So I think, I have a lot of new stuff, but I think for me, that's kind of like the time at which I say 2 hours, 1 sale. It's time to call it. This is a starting bid of 23. I love this. Once again, I believe 60s, maybe 70s. Yeah. I mean, Kathy, because I was thinking, does Kathy have a channel? That's literally what I was thinking. I was like, what channel is that? I know I've seen your stuff on Instagram, but I was like, she has a channel? I was confused. I mean, you kind of have a channel with your trivia on old ladies working and packing. You've got a regular spot there. So this is really cool. This is like green. Hold on. Yeah, I always have to double check. This is green glass. This is like dark navy blue enamel. And this is like gold tone leaves. And then this is purple. I'm going to assume it's glass, but it's cut like a stone. But I'm going to assume it's glass. Why am I going to assume that? I love this. This is like a bar pin. I believe this could have been meant for a gentleman because it's enclosed. If it was a gemstone, it would likely be open. It would not be closed. It would be open to let in even more brilliance. But it's purple amethyst glass, and this green glass is actually beveled around the edge. It's really hard to see, but it's just a slight beveling. See that? It's very interesting. And then the navy enamel, and then this is this beautiful. Let's see if I can get you to see it. See how tall it stands up? Purple. Brilliant. Dangle. And it's kind of wrapped like a flag. Doesn't this remind you of a flag? Y'all, maybe this is supposed to be a flag. Maybe this was some kind of Olympic thing or one of those like federations. I don't know. I wish it had a dang maker or some other clue, but it has no clue for Lucinda. Noelle, what's going on, Noelle? And Noelle's like, no, I don't. Noelle, this is an absolutely gorgeous one, though. It has a lot going on, man. It has a lot going on. It's a big one. I think I've measured this in the past. It's like 4 inches. Yeah, it's about 3.5 inches long and 2 1/4 in a drop. I love this. I do. I really love this. 20. Oh, well. Okay. Hold on. No. This. I brought this many a time. I see you, Noelle. You sneak attack thing, you. And nobody is ever totally interested. This I'm going to have to really debate. I'm thinking that this is going to wind up on eBay as well. I've had it for too long, and I do not know why, because I don't know. I'm a brooch fanatic, so, I don't know. I think it's going on eBay unless someone claims it. 23 by Monday night. Okay. Noelle. Okay. Noelle, I have to get that brooch because I put it to go on eBay. Where'd it go? Noelle. Why are you doing this to me? Noelle. You're talking about this one, right? I mean, when I showed it, I was like, I dropped this price a lot. Where the heck is Noelle? Noelle, this, say yay or nay, my darling, because I'm going to end soon. Yep. Okay. Yay. All right. I'll take that as a yes. Thank you, Noelle. Thank you. Okay. This is a good deal. I really like this brooch a lot. Good for you, Noelle. Blue AB square brooch. And good catch, because it was going on eBay for a lot more. And let me just pop that up on the screen. Boom and boom. Thank you. Good Lord, y'all. I do. I think I'm done. I don't know. Let's show this. I have never shown this. I mean, there's a lot of things in here I've never shown. But the only people I got in here at the momento is, well, actually, I don't know. I've got Kathy. Right, it's Kathy. They're not caterpillars. They're like either 1940s or 1970s. I have no idea. Incredible pink rhinestone hoop earrings. What the heck? Okay. So this is, I mean, I have some more really incredible contemporary, but I'm not going there. I am going to show this. And this is my last item I'm showing for the night. Disco bugs. Kathy, you're crazy. Disco bugs. Okay. This is a starting bid of $20. This is my last item. So now is the time for anyone who's just come in, who's been thinking about something but not sure, to drop in the chat an item you're interested in that didn't sell, and I will pull it up. Otherwise, you have to reach out to me via email or in the comments. And I hope that it isn't already gone. Or, I mean, the things that I'm going to put on eBay, you have till Monday night. That's it. Okay. I love this, love this, love this. I haven't shown this yet. I got it recently. I freaking love this. Knowing me, I would have liked to have started this higher than $20. Yep. And I should have. It's West Germany. It is West Germany. That is why it's so incredibly cool. Here is the extender. It is plastic. Look at that. Man. Silver tone. It is, let me put it together here. It is 2 strands. Man, if I could do it. It is 2 strands. It is this plastic that looks like turquoise. And then this, like, I don't know. I'm going to call this like pineapple fruit. Cut light blue and dark blue. And then blue, like turquoise chunks. A satin see-through. Down, down, down to this strand has the large light blue. And in between is clear seed. I disappeared. I'm back. And then here is the dark blue. See, I brought all blues and some red. That is so weird. This is spectacular. West Germany, early 1950s, late 40s. Look at this. This is about 25 inches long, 26 inches long. It's beautiful. It's very unusual with this cut like this. I call this the pineapple cut. And then these that are meant to look like turquoise. West Germany. Really, really nice. Okay. And there goes my internet glitched again. So that's my cue. I will bring this back another time. I will be bringing it back for more because I should have. West Germany, with all of that going on, it should have been started at a higher price in the first place, but that's all right. Sometimes I don't catch things, and that means all of you get a deal. So I am going to go relax. My in between my shoulders is killing me. My chronic pain. It's not good. Hasn't been good all day. Hasn't been good all week, to tell you the truth, but it really hasn't been good all day. And put together some dinner, find a good movie to watch, and put on jammies and try to stretch out these shoulders and just chill the heck out. Thank you, my friends. I appreciate you. I'll be invoicing starting Sunday, Monday. Everything should be shipped out by Friday. It's the end of week 2. Boom, boom. Bye. Thank you. Bye, Noelle. Bye, Kathy. Bye, everyone. Don't forget a thumbs up. Good night.